Oh, what's good, my people? I took a little. I hate this. I didn't talk about the finals. After the finals, I let 2 weeks, 10 days go by after the finals happened. The whole parade, the celebration. I wanted to take a good look at everything, the comments afterwards, everything that went on, the draft, and just combine and make a good long episode. I was also busy, y'all. Let me just keep it a buck, y'all. But welcome back. We're back here at Pure Hoops, man. We gotta talk about the Knicks. They closed down against the Spurs. They won the chip. Jaylen Brunson, y'all. Jaylen Brunson. Like the thing that, like, I kept telling y'all that the people that criticize him for being aggressive, they're gonna look back and say, nah, we're being wrong. Because I criticized the fact that he was taking some ill-advised shots. But the fact that that he needs to be aggressive, I said it straight. If Jalen Brunson doesn't shoot more than 25 times, the Knicks will stand a chance of winning that finals. And he having like 27 shots per game. That game 5, the way their offense was just so discombobulated to start the game, awful, god awful. They couldn't get a shot. They had like 6 points, I think, in the first quarter, or 12. Then they started getting back in the game. But why? Because Brunson had to. At first, Brunson was like, okay, let me look to pass. He saw like, nah, these dudes ain't serious. They ain't trying to score. Let me take it over, man. That's the best playoff performance I've seen in a long time. I could probably say the only one that I've seen better than that one was either you could argue the LeBron against the Celtics 2012, or you could argue as well one that Russ 50-point triple double, that Dame 50-point game, 55-point game against the Nuggets, that Donovan Mitchell 57-point game, that Jamal Murray, Donovan Mitchell 50-point battle, but that Jokic 53-point and triple double was crazy against the what you call this, against the Suns. But at this big of a stage, to drop 45, close a game, no one has done it but Michael Jeffrey Jordan. So man, big shout out to Jaylen Marquise Brunson, man. And not just him, shout out to the whole Knicks squad. Because them dudes were playing great defense. And they made their free throws when they had to make them. Their leader got them there. OG got them game 4. Even though Brunson was the closer for most of the game, OG made timely shots, and the tip-in got game 4. Game 3 they lost, but just by this much. Brunson almost got them back in the game. Game 1, Brunson won them, but at clutch time. But Cat, you could argue that game 1 and 2, game 1, Cat got him there to the win. Game 2, it was more Mikal Bridges and Cat got them there. And then they just closed out. And then Brunson just closed out. Because he was having a stinker. That was the game I criticized him like a lot. And he closed out, man. This dude is cool. Like, I haven't seen a closer this elite type of closers since Dame in the early 2020s. Or Kobe Bryant. The list is that short. You could say Allen Iverson, because I compare him a lot to Allen Iverson. I see a lot of Allen Iverson and Jalen Brunson. I could argue, like, if you gave Allen Iverson a similar type of team, and they gave him, and they almost got there, the only difference, he lacked a bit of offense. I bet if you had like guys like Bridges and Nobi, they could make a few shots in that Sixers team. Iverson could have battled more with the Lakers. But he went against the Lakers, so big MVP performance from Jalen Brunson. I don't hear people say, I'm hearing people now trying to throw smart that run was weak. That run wasn't weak. They played against the 6th seed Hawks. The Hawks had the most improved player of the year. CJ McCollum, one of the few players in NBA history to have 10 plus seasons of 20 points per game. One of the best scorers at the guard position in NBA history. You have Jalen Johnson, a young rising all-star. You have a great coach in Quinn Snyder. They played against the Philadelphia 76ers. They got ugly 3 to 4 Hall of Famers. Tyrese Maxey, great young player, all NBA second team type of talent. Great player in Vijay Ashcombe, great rookie. Paul George, former All-Star, former MVP level type player. Joel Embiid, former MVP type player, and even he can throw you. He can give you some MVP performances when you need them. He did it against the Celtics. So, and I hear some people, but they didn't play against the Celtics. The Celtics didn't even beat the Sixers. What are we talking about the Celtics for? And the Knicks beat the Celtics last year. I love Tatum, but they were down. When Tatum went down, that game was almost over. They was about to go down 3-1. So, you gotta give props where it's due when it comes to these Knicks, man. They keep coming back on every team, every time. They're the only team in NBA that got 5 20-point game comebacks in the last 2 postseasons. So you gotta give it to them. Indiana wasn't there, man. They beat their competition, man. Why no one said that about OKC last year? Then they were saying, but who they played in the conference final? The Cavs were weak. You niggas were saying that they were supposed to beat the Cavs. The Cavs were supposed to beat them. Out here trolling Jaylen Brunson in the first half, saying he's trash, he's this, that. Becky Hammond was right. What happened? In the second half, Brunson walked them down. Sweep. Game, close out game, blew them out. This is the only team I've seen. They don't mess around when it comes to close out games. If they got a chance to eliminate a team, they eliminate it. If they had a chance. They went 16-3, yo. There's not much to say here. Yeah, 16-3. That's it. And on the road, they won 10 straight road games. They played more games on the road than they played at home in this postseason. Come on, yo. There's not much to say out here. There's not much to say, man. You gotta give props where it's due. And you gotta give props to the Knicks, man. Man, but we gotta talk about the Spurs defense. The Spurs defense was elite. And the fact that Brunson got 45 points against Wemby, arguably the greatest defender of all time. Dylan Harper is an elite defender. De'Aaron Fox can get up also. Stephon Cass, we know what type of defender he is. Vassell too. And Brunson was just picking his poison. I don't understand why the Spurs were playing man-to-man on Brunson. Why they weren't blitzing him at half court. Make the man get off the ball. No one was scoring. It was basically the Brunson show. I'm like, these dudes are seriously not going to double team this man. They did some shallow double teams at the top of the key. But that's the thing I keep telling you. The double team at the top of the key is just a lazy double team. And it doesn't amount to nothing. Because if you want to double team someone hard, blitz them in the half court or something. Like they were doing in the previous games. I don't know why they got away from that. I think it's because they didn't want OG, Mikal, and these other guys to get into a rhythm. But Jaylen Brunson, man, shows you. Unanimous MVP. There was no conversation after that performance, yo. And I keep telling you, he's a top 5 player in the NBA. The eye test says it. The numbers says it. People say, but this is the first Brunson run. Why are we putting this? Man, he's been doing this since he got to the Knicks. You people don't watch basketball. That's the problem. He's been this elite, and I've been saying this whole playoffs. He's been this elite of a playoff performance. The only guy that can rival him is Luka Doncic. When you talk about numbers, efficiency, scoring, Shea is not there. He's almost there. Tatum is not there. It's only Luka. That's it. So, gotta give props where it's due, man. He spends every 30 points per game in the playoffs. Ever since he got to the Knicks, damn near 30 points per game. We only got a 4-year sample size. It's been this great. And people talk about Kyrie, but I'll get into the Kyrie conversation later, yo. But this performance was the Kyrie job. I don't want to hear no more, but he had a great team. He has a great role players, but you people don't be overrating dudes, man. And I love OG. But people was talking about OG like he's the second coming of Scottie Pippen, yo. Come on, yo. Quit playing with me. Quit playing with me. OG is great. He's elite. I said he's baby Kawhi in my opinion. But for you people to say OG and Kerry Brunson, y'all are crazy. This man led the team in scoring in every single game except for game 2. So what are y'all talking about even? And listen, yo, in this all-time Knicks conference, man, shout out to Rick Brunson keeping his son humble. We need more fathers like him. But one thing I have to say, man, in my opinion, from what I've seen, he's the greatest Knick I've ever seen. I saw the Knicks misery after misery, and I was a big Carmelo Anthony fan, man. I wanted the Knicks to win them Melo days, man. Made me sick to my stomach. That Knicks tape era, 2013, 2014, man, was one of the best years ever in my life watching basketball, man. Carmelo Anthony, in my opinion, he's my favorite scorer of all time. I love Carmelo's game, man. I love Carmelo's game. Like, I gotta give it to Brunson, because I never watched Walt Frazier and stuff, and they weren't doing it like this. Pat Ewing, you gotta give it to Pat Ewing. He was elite, man. Man won multiple accolades with the Knicks, and this man was going at Michael Jordan, yo. But yo, like this, the way Brunson did it, nah. I ain't even been seeing people win chips like this lately. You gotta give it to him, man. You gotta give it to him, man. Since Kawhi, I haven't seen a chip this hard, man. Since Giannis 2021, you gotta give it to him, yo. Yogi 2023, you gotta give it to Brunson, man. Ain't no more things to say. And to people saying that, just because a ring, it goes up. Yeah, he goes up. Because it's not just a ring. The whole playoff performance. Yeah, he goes up in this all-time conversation. Like, since we here, you niggas talk about Kyrie. Kyrie has the same amount of All-NBAs as Jaylen Brunson. He has 3 All-NBAs his whole career, 16 years. Brunson's been playing for 8 years. He got the same amount of All-NBAs. And they only gave him the keys 4 years ago. And you could argue they snubbed him. An All-Star appearance and an All-NBA appearance in 2023. But it's cool. Dude came back, finished 4th from MVP vote in 2024. Come on, yo. This man's been top 10 MVP voting every single season. And you people out here telling me like, it's the first season. No, it's not. You just don't watch basketball. You watch highlights. That's why Kyrie is better. Just because he got the sauce. And I love Kyrie. I don't mean to disrespect Kyrie. That 2016 run was amazing. But Kyrie had LeBron. Brunson's second best player was OG and Cat, yo. Kyrie had LeBron and K-Love, man. Come on, yo. Stop. But the Cavs, that run, they went against 73-9 Warriors. But before that, they went against who? Let's be for real, yo. They played against the Raptors. With DeMar and them. They took them to Game 6. They swept the Detroit Pistons. Swept the Hawks. Jeff Teague and them Hawks. Are those better teams than the current Hawks and the Philadelphia 76ers? No. Is that Raptors team better than this current Cavs team? No. So what are y'all even saying? The only team they played that was elite, the 73-9 Warriors. That's it. It's an elite level team. Let's be for real, yo. The Raptors were a really good regular season team, but they never amounted to nothing in the playoffs. So that's what I gotta say about the runs. But yeah, man, you gotta for me, this is probably the 3rd greatest run of all time. That Boston run was elite as well in 2024. It was also dominant like this. But I don't know, yo. This might be better. Because they played better teams than Knicks. And they were blowing teams out the gym by a lot. Celtics also did it, but I might have to put this Knicks one over. Because they won a lot of games in a row as well. So it's got to be, for me, the Lakers' #1 run of all time. For me. Not the Warriors, the Lakers. They're 15-1. Mm-mm. The teams they played against, you played against Chris Webber, you played against Allen Iverson, you played against Tim Duncan. That, bro, the Admiral, all these Hall of Famers, and you sweep Scottie Pippen, Rasheed Wallace, all these teams, you swept them. Nah. Then it has to be the Warriors run. The 16-1. 16-1. Yeah, 16-1. And then you gotta get this one. This one. 16-3. That's for me. Those are the top 3 greatest runs of all time. That's it, yo. And I think this Knicks team could actually beat that Celtics team. They could. Because Brunson is a closer that I love Tatum and JB, but he's a closer that none of them dudes are. That's the difference maker. I feel that. So, and they got OG and Mikhail to guard them dudes. So, and talk about the all-time point guard rankings. Obviously, you can't just put him top 10 point guard. You gotta do more. You obviously, like, you gotta achieve more. He's only 28, he's only 29. You gotta make more All-NBAs, more MVP. I don't count MVPs because I feel like MVP is a narrative-based award. I count top 10 to top 5 MVP appearances. I need to see more top 10, more top 5 MVP appearances, more All-NBA teams, All-Star game appearances, things of that nature, and more great playoff runs like this. I feel like you give more 4 seasons of this production, 4 or 5 seasons of this production. I gotta put Brunson in a top 5 point guard of all time. I have to put him over guys like CP3, Russ, all them dudes, cause he did something none of them did. He won Finals MVP too, and he was undeniably the best player on the team. And he did it in New York, in the Knicks, after 53 seasons of misery. Come on, yo. You gotta give it to him. You gotta give it. Like, ain't no way around it. So yeah. Right now, me personally, I don't care about All-Star game appearances, yo. If you talk about All-NBA, okay, All-Star, I got him over Kyrie already. I got him over Kyrie. I'm sorry. Over Dame, over Russ, over Chris Paul, Curry, which are the top 4 guards in this generation. Definitely no point guards, no. But Kyrie, hell no. Steve Nash, obviously over Steve Nash, I can't put in 2-time MVP over Jason Kidd, obviously no. But you could say he's in the top 15 point guard. Definitely he is. So yeah, man, and talk about the Spurs, man. You guys see a lot of maturity, growth. In my opinion, I don't know why the Spurs didn't go try trade for Julius Randle. I feel like Julius Randle was the perfect player to play the 4. They need a bruiser and force, and Julius Randle is that. And Julius Randle got space in the Spurs team to attack, and he's a decent shooter. The problem is playing with Rudy Gobert. But if you're playing in a team with just shooters, they can do well. I feel like Julius Randle will be a great player for them. If they can still try to get their trade from the Nets, a power forward or like a PJ Washington type of guy, I think they need those type of dudes there. That's who they need. Like, definitely. Grant Williams as well. That's who they need there in San Antonio. Because they just got guards. And Wemby. And Wemby is a big that, he's not a big. Or you move Wemby to the 4 and you get an actual big. Not Cornet, an actual big. So I think they got to improve their bench if they want to contend. Because you saw the moves these other teams made, and we're going to talk about the trades later. So, but I expect Wemby to continue to develop. I need him to develop a consistent offensive game. Keep saying the same problem I have with Anthony Edwards. But Anthony Edwards, he kind of has a few go-tos. And this guy, Wemby, has no go-to moves. I need him to develop go-to move and focus, shoot less 3-point. He's not that great of a 3-point shooter. He can shoot when he's in rhythm, but he's not that elite. So if he can focus on on that. I feel like I don't know why he doesn't work out with LaMarcus Aldridge, KG. I need him to log in with them type of dudes. I feel like he can have a very similar offensive package to a guy like that and stuff. He needs to strengthen his core. He like that. I don't need to necessarily get bigger because you don't want to mess up with his mobility and stuff. But his core, his legs, he definitely needs to strengthen in his conditioning because we saw there was a problem. Castle, that jump shot. Dylan Harper, that jump shot as well. Cause Dylan Harper, them two dudes, their jump shot away. No, they probably gonna be all stars next season, but if they improve their jump shots, cause they got that mid range, they got the post play, they elite offensive rebounders and lob threats, everything. First break, they got everything. Especially Dylan Harper is a better ball handler, more composed scorer. You saw he was in game 5 was the best player. And I don't know why Mitch just only played 30 minutes. Should have played him the same amount of minutes they played Brunson. Played that dude. I don't like LeBron said it. Fuck feelings at this stage. There's no time for people's feelings here to get hurt. And for De'Aaron Fox, man, if you want to keep him, keep him. But why keep De'Aaron Fox if you saw how good Dylan Harper can be? And Stephon Castle showed you he's great as well. Man, I'd rather like throw him to the fire. If you're gonna have a veteran that's making silly mistakes like De'Aaron Fox was making, throw him to the fire, yo. Because you even saw Mikal Bridges wearing a number 4 shirt. He said Daddy had the guy that played for the Knicks, but we know he was trolling De'Aaron Fox. Come on, yo. So that's what I'm saying, yo. There's no reason to keep Fox. Move Fox, man, for you get yourself a power forward, a piece for the bench, a 6-man piece, and move that man Dylan Harper to the. I don't agree with keeping on the bench because he played 22 minutes per game during the season. The playoffs 28. Or you gotta have to play him 32 minutes per game minimum if you're gonna keep Fox, because he's gonna live. He's too good of a player to be playing less than 32 minutes. Because I could argue he's as good as De'Aaron. He's gonna come back to this offseason being as good as De'Aaron Fox. And I love De'Aaron Fox. You could argue he was horrible injured, but he made mistakes. It's not due to injury. He's also not that experienced in the playoffs if you keep him for real. He's an experienced player, but his man played only one playoff series, yo. His whole career before he joined the Spurs. So yeah. And we all saw Devin Vassell speaking about like Harper's not happy coming off the bench. He's not happy. I mean, why would he be happy coming off the bench? Cornette, he gotta go. Keldon Johnson, keep him, but not to be the 6th man. He can't be your best player off the bench. He just can't. You need more. You need more depth. But yeah, man. Shout out to the Knicks parade, was big, man. 2-3 million people in New York out there, man. Shout out to my boy Mikal Bridges, to all the lads getting late. Y'all see, man, the marketing these Knicks are getting. Every day I see Brunson, a new magazine, new commercial. Their wives are getting advertisements. It's good for the NBA whenever the Knicks, the Celtics, the Lakers, the Sixers are doing good. It's good. It's good, honestly. Because they got the best fan bases, man. And, man, the White House thing, we don't know what's going to happen. I don't try to get too much in their politics. I believe Brunson said they're not sure if they're going to go. Dolan is friends with Trump. They're trying to go. Whatever they do. Also, since we talk about James Dolan, they said they're not touching the 2nd April. Shout out to Leon Rose, one of the best GMs in the NBA. They just got a trade for 2nd-round draft picks to free up cap space for some cash. Hey. So they will probably bring some guys back. Mitchell Robinson, I don't know, because some teams may offer him starting roles. You got to look out for the Hornets now. They got rid of Lamelo and stuff. But the Hornets got Musa, so I'm not sure about that. But to talk about Mitchell Robinson here, I feel like him and Alvarado, they could go somewhere else, but they would make so much endorsement money and stuff by staying on the Knicks. That's all I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. And Mitchell Robinson, man, you could argue. He closed out that championship game. That rebound he got on that George Hart shot, jump shot. And those stops he got on Wemby. You gotta give it to Mitchell Robinson, y'all. He's that elite of a defender, elite of a rebounder. You don't know, maybe Minnesota trades Gobert for power forward and a few bench pieces and goes for a guy like Mitchell Robinson. You gotta wait and see what's gonna happen, honestly. A guy that I'm not hearing enough noise, people look for him. Rob Williams from Poland. He can shoot the three now. Why I'm not seeing more teams go for him. He's healthy finally. But yeah, man. Since we talk about let's talk about the whole trade talks, free agency. Man, first I don't talk about LeBron, man. I don't like this disrespect the Lakers are having toward LeBron. You signed Austin Reeves over LeBron. That's bullshit, man. I'm sorry. I don't care how old LeBron is, man. He's a better player than Austin Reeves. You basically now the Lakers. You just gotta surround them just with defense. You got two guys that are two liabilities on defense. Now the whole team is gonna have big defense. The whole starting line. But the thing is, it's so difficult to win, especially right now in NBA. If you have two backcourt players that don't play defense, it's difficult. Or at least try compete. That's the problem. They don't even try compete. Because you saw the Cavs, what Jaylen Brunson did to them. Mini, money, more. Pick. Yams. Turkey, whatever. He was having his way. So I'm saying, yo, I don't know about that backcourt. Luka and Reeves, yo. I don't know. They too slow-footed in my eyes. I'm not saying this because they white. Because they don't play defense for real. Like, I feel like, I don't know, man. A legend like LeBron deserves more respect. Especially the fact that he got them a ring. And they could have won another ring if they didn't mess up with that team. But that's all I gotta say, man. Let's start with the LeBron's respect here. Like, I don't mess with him. He's one of the greatest players of all time. He probably had the greatest playoff run I've ever seen. With respect to this man, he's the top 1 to top 2, top 3 at the most greatest player of all time, man. Let's talk about all this. He got all them records and stuff. Let's talk. LeBron's respect, man. Like, he ain't give you 23 points per game. Coming over say Erica. And it's the third option. Shooting 50 plus, damn near 40% from 3. Come on. Come on, yo. Come on. Give you 8 rebounds a game, 6, 7 assists. Man, LeBron is still elite, yo. He's giving you 28, 8, and 8, basically. At 40. Come on. I don't mess with him. I need the 41. The Lakers gotta do better. But y'all saw Julius Randle got traded from Minnesota for some cash picks. I think Minnesota could have gotten more value out of their trade, but I think Julius Randle was great. The fact that he went up against Wemby is just, like I told you, it was a bad matchup for him. The same way the Spurs were a bad matchup for the Knicks. I don't know why people were surprised when they lost. Sometimes it's just a bad matchup. It's like the Nuggets when they went against Minnesota, it's just a bad matchup for them. The same way it was in 2025, 2024, it was this year too. Sometimes it's just a bad matchup. And shout out to Jokic, man. He lost like 30 pounds, man. He looking like Drago from the movie. Rocky Balboa, man. That boy, man, coming back different, man. And one thing I'm talking about, the free agent, this Lamelo ball trade for Minnesota is big, though. I didn't like the fact they got rid of Nance Reed. I was really looking forward to seeing him at the starting power forward position. Center, that double big lineup, I would love it. Especially, I would love it with Gobert. and he's a great floor spacer. But now you gotta move McDaniels to the 4. Don Sumo probably gonna have to play the 3, Edwards the 2, Lamelo the 1, and you gotta Don Sumo 6-man, Terrence Shannon the 4. I think it's better. Terrence Shannon plays the 3, and you now you build from there. Now you're gonna have to get a power forward off the bench, maybe get a 2, 3 more bench pieces. But I like that direction they're taking though, Minnesota. Like that's what I told one of my boys. They lost Naz Reid, but they got Lamelo Ball, yo. Former Rookie of the Year, All-Star. If he didn't have this injury riddle season, he could have had a couple more All-Star appearances. You could argue this year he got snubbed. Last year he got snubbed too. Because he was no Hornets, man. Come on, man. LaMelo, do you know how amount of love he going to give to Gobert? He going to feed this man Gobert. He going to get edges, easy shots. You can't double team M-Man now. Because LaMelo will light up, make 15 3-pointers if you mess around, dog. He's elite at shooting that ball. So, I love it. I love it for Minnesota. He gives more value to Minnesota than Naz Reid gives. And I love Naz Reid, but he gives more value. Plus, they win now mode. It's not like when you got a talent like Anthony Edwards, no matter how young he is, you don't have time. You win now mode. So, you got to make moves to win now. So, I respect it. And the Hornets, man, I don't know, man. I love Concanelpo, but I don't see him being that type of level player people see. I feel like it's gonna be like and I don't mean no disrespect, a solid player like a Tobias Harris in his prime, something like that. 20 points per game scorer, but nothing much. I don't know. I don't see much shot creation. And those playing games, they were iffy for me. Brandon Miller, I see him being a top 3 shooting guard in this league. He's just so elite at shot creating, so damn athletic, long, can guard up, 6'10", 6'11". I love him. With Kobe White there, the guard, I mean, they can do something. You see, they're looking for a team of guys that they can all play defense, switch, offense. So looking forward, man. And I like the coach there in the Hornets, Charles Lee, man. But I expect Bridges to be in the move now too. Look forward, y'all. Bridges might end up in Minnesota with his boy Lamelo. Let's see what happens. That's what I'm saying. And what other move happened that moved the needle? I hear the Detroit Pistons, the Raptors looking to get maybe Kawhi, even the Spurs. I don't know why you don't trade Jaylen for Kawhi. Why? Why not? I would trade for Kawhi, yo. I would trade. Even the Raptors, you can trade Brandon Ingram for Kawhi. Because Ingram averaged 12 points per game. Ingram or Barrett, you choose. You can trade one of them twos for Kawhi. But Ingram was with an injured foot. I'll give him that. But you can trade one of them dudes for Kawhi. And your odds, whatever team he goes to, one of these 3, they're going to be a championship contender. But I like what the moves the Clippers are doing out there. Let's see what happens. Who they drafted? They drafted Keaton Wagley. I don't know why the hell did you draft Darius Akam. I didn't understand that pick. You don't let a player like Darius Akam pass by. Let's see Keaton Wagley. He from Illinois is solid, but he's long. I'll give you that. Tall. Man, I'm so high on Darius Akam. I think he's the best player right now in the draft. Right now. Him and AJ and Derek Pieces, they're the best players. Cameron Boozer too, but for me, he's the best player. Like, what he was doing, it's not normal. What him and AJ were doing is not normal. They're the best players. So, yeah, man, I'm definitely looking for this draft players. I like Darius Acuff a lot. Darren Peterson in Utah. Let's see that backcourt with the old boy. What's his name? What's that boy name? Is 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 what's his name? Forgetting the last Keontae George. I don't know who's gonna do the playmaking duties there because Keontae is also kind of like a go getter, bucket getter. So I don't know what's gonna happen there. But I like what Utah got going on there right now. Got Laurie Markkinen. I don't know who's gonna run the three. Laurie Markkinen run the three. Yeah, run the three. Jared Jackson the four. He's too soft to play the big. Too soft, man. And oh boy, I don't know if he's gonna stay. But he's got you still got Flip Kowalski off the bench can start at the center. If the old boy stays too, I like what Utah got going on. Even though I know they wanted AJ, but AJ, the Wizards can do damage. They keep AD, Trey. You still got the George, Keyshawn George. You got Bob Carrington coming off the bench. You got Trey Jones. You pick Trey Johnson or what's his name? George, who's gonna start alongside Trey Young, AJ, and AD. So I love what the Wizards got going on there. I really like it. For real. I like it. But moving on from the Wizards too, that they re-signed Trae Young, shout out to them. The biggest trade of the offseason, Giannis to Miami. Boston, y'all messed up. The vibe's not there now because y'all put Jaylen Brown in all them rumors. I don't really like that. If you're gonna trade him, trade him. Once you put that man, an All NBA MVP level player in those discussions, no matter if they ask you for because of Hugo Gonzalez and Baylor Scheinman, trade. I'll put the trade for Giannis. He better than Tatum, yo. Come on, yo. He better than your franchise player. And Giannis 31 is only 1 year older than the Jaylen Brown. He had these 2 Riddle injuries. One Riddle injured season, but he's been healthy throughout most of his career. So that's Giannis, man. If it's Giannis the move, it's Giannis it is, yo. Y'all should have went to, but shout out to Miami. Now they drafted a nice piece in the draft, Ryan Connor, and they good at with them second round picks, them point guards. Ryan Connor is a bucket getter out of Indiana. Like he's from Indiana. I'm forgetting the university he played from. I like Ryan Connor there, man, for real. Like for real. He can be like a Gabe Vincent type of guy there. If they could bring back a guy like Duncan Robinson, a shooter, I don't know if they're gonna be able to keep NPZ. I doubt Norman's probably gonna be out of there because now they might get into luxury test. You paying Bam and Giannis. And spacing, they need spacing because Bam and Giannis, there's not much spacing there, yo. But I like it because Bam can play inside more. Giannis plays inside, but he can get the ball, drive like he likes doing, not from the post. Bam more in the post, whatever. And those, you don't really need a point guard that's handling the ball because those 2 guys can handle. You just need a guy that can make shots and make right decisions and get everyone involved when they need to. They don't need an elite point guard and a great defender. And you got one of the best coaches, in my opinion, the best coach in the NBA, in Coach Spo. So look out for the Heat. If they got to the final with Jimmy, look out with Giannis, yo. Look out for the Heat with Giannis, yo. And they're going to get Giannis right. And this guy is in tank top shape. Imagine the shape going to be once he walks in the Miami Heat gym, yo. So looking forward, definitely 100, 200% for these 2 Nigerians to play together, yo. But yeah, that's all I gotta talk about, man. Let's look forward for more things that happen this off season. John Morant might be on the move. Jaylen Brown might be in the move. I like the Celtics to keep Jaylen Brown. Like if it ain't for Giannis, just keep him. I'm seeing Evan Mobley, man. Evan Mobley ain't worth a quarter compared to Jaylen Brown, man. Come on, let's stop playing, yo. Brad Stevens, stop bullshitting, yo. Come on. I don't know. I heard there's rumors him and Tatum are not talking. I don't know what the hell's going on, man. JT, you bullshit, man. That boy held you down the whole season, and I'm the biggest Tatum fan out here. And you're not rude. You ain't got men's back. Now I don't roll with it. I understand his comments and streaming, but I feel like the hate's now becoming too forced when it comes to Jaylen Brown, yo. So and I don't like it. Like we acted like this man was a top 5 player last the regular season. Like he damn near averaged 30, playing all NBA level type defense. So Jaylen Brown for me, if it wasn't for Giannis, don't trade this man. Work out something. But I doubt it. Might be too late to salvage. I hear Minnesota trying to go for him. I don't know who can Minnesota trade for him right now. It's probably gonna be old boy Rudy, but fuck. Or Jaden McDaniels, but I don't see them getting rid of McDaniels. Because McDaniels is too young for that, man. McDaniels 2024. I mean, Jaylen Brown is 30, but I don't know. I don't know if the Boston will accept that. But hopefully the relationship is salvageable still. And you gotta ask questions like, why is all this Jaylen Brown in the conversation never Tatum? And all of Tatum for me is the better player, bro. You gotta ask yourself them questions. They don't mess with him the same. They don't love him the same. They don't appreciate him the same. And shout out to the Celtics. I love seeing him incorporating IT in the draft meetings. They got him working with the organization. I love it for IT. I love IT, man. Outside of Brunson, he's probably one of the greatest scorers I've seen as a show called, man. He's so elite, y'all. But that's all I gotta say to y'all, man. That's all I gotta say. Let's look forward for these trades. What happened with Kawhi? If this whole circumvention situation gets solved, and let's see what happens this off season, man. But the season's over. Shout out to the Knicks. And I feel like going to the next season, you gotta give them the benefit of the doubt. If they keep the same squad, that they're able to repeat. You know, obviously, stock in the West for teams like Minnesota went up. Portland's going up. People are not talking enough about the Blazers. They played great against the Spurs. All them games were close. And you got Dame now. A closer. Look out, y'all. Look out, y'all. Look out, look out. Look out for Portland. The Heat in the East. Detroit, let's see what moves they're going to make. Toronto, let's see what moves they're going to make. Dallas, man, if they keep Kyrie with Cooper Flag, I'm really high on Cooper Flag. You get some other pieces. They might making the playoff mix. The Suns, I need them to get a point guard play with Book. I hate they try and get Josh Giddey. Go for it. I feel like you get a guy like Giddey to play with Booker and Dylan Brooks, and then you probably gonna have to get rid of Jalen Green, but get rid of them, man. And you still got that old big man out there. Not old big man, that guy with what's his name? I'm forgetting his name, the big black dude, man, but he's great too. So you can do something. And they got a solid bench too, so let's look forward to see what happens with them Suns. Or you trying to have Jalen Green come off the bench as a 6th man, you can also do that, that's great. But I like the way the NBA is right now. People that hate it, like, you niggas didn't like when there was no parity. Y'all niggas was hating every time they ball in the finals. Every time goes, y'all was hating. Now we got parity. 8 different champions. You see, like you see what I'm talking. A guy like Booker has a chance of winning a ring. He's made the finals. I'm saying if you get a few big pieces, a guy like Emma has made a chance of making the finals. These top 10, 15 players can make Donovan Mitchell if they shred in the Cavs. He can get to the finals. We saw him get to the conference finals. Guy like K can get there. So it's open. And it's fun like that. Because the playoffs are becoming more about matchups. And you got to really, you step up your coaching. It's not. And because it's not like, nah, you just got a better squad, we're going to win. No. We've been seeing lately. It's not that easy. And the media also, they got to do a better job. There's no thing as one face of the league. It's faces. If you want to go with Jaylen Brunson, you can go with Jaylen Brunson. You want to go with Wemby, you can go with, it's multiple guys you can go as the face of the league. But I feel like you can market one guy more than others. I feel like Brunson. Why not market Brunson? I feel like the easiest guy to market right now is in New York. He's one of the biggest market. As a small guy, underdog, slept on, the American dream. You can market Wemby if you try to go that direction. But there's a lot of guys you can market. Do social media stuff. There's no way the media can do a better job of marketing the product there is and the great game there is. There's not a highlighted enough. But we out, yo. We out, yo. We out. And shout out, man, to y'all for being patient with this episode. I'm gonna drop an episode now of 82 and 0, this trend. We out.